Hello, this is Red at HP Tech Support. In this video, I want to give you a quick overview of integrated payments in hpCommerce Orion. Integrated payments in Orion are convenient, secure, and cost-effective. Any place where you would want to process a credit card, the integration is available for you to use. I'm going to show you a few instances of how the integration works. Let's go into Invoice Order Entry, select our salesperson, and then we'll select our customer. Let's add an item to an invoice. And then let's go ahead and invoice the order. Orion detects that there are credit cards on file for the customer, and it wants to know if we want to use these cards. This is one of the features of integrated credit card processing, in that you're able to save credit cards on the customer's account. In this case, we're not going to use a saved card because the customer is standing in front of us with their credit card, and instead we're going to use an EMV chip card reader in order to be able to process the credit card. So we'll say no. We'll indicate that it is a Visa. The amount is automatically entered for us, and then we're prompted for the card. We'll go ahead and insert the card into the unit so it can be read. The credit card data is read, and then we just click on OK to process the credit card transaction. We get our approval code, and the credit card information is automatically added to the invoice for us. If we scroll down, we can see that the transaction date, card type, the amount charged to the card, the last 4 digits of the card, and the authorization code are automatically entered on the invoice for us. Another type of credit card transaction we can do is a keyed entry. So if the card is not present and you have the card information, you can go ahead and key it into Orion. Let's go ahead and start up another invoice. And then let's process the invoice. Once again, we're prompted with information that the customer account has credit cards already stored on it, and Orion wants to know if you want to use these credit cards. In this case, we're going to say no, and we're going to use a MasterCard this time for $11, and then we can just hand key in the information. If it sees that the credit card that you're entering is a unique card, whether it's hand keyed or if it's being swiped or dipped into a credit card processing machine, it will see that the card does not exist, and it will want to know if you want to store it. If you do want to store it on the customer's account, then you can say yes. So we'll go ahead and say yes. So that's an example of how you can use a hand key transaction in order to be able to process a credit card in Orion. The last method is to use a credit card that's stored on a customer's account. You can store an unlimited number of credit cards on a customer's account, and you can make notations about the different accounts and how they're to be used. So let's see an example of that. We'll start up another order. And then we'll go ahead and invoice the order. In this case, we're prompted for credit cards being stored on the customer's account. We'll go ahead and say yes to this option. And it will give us a list of the cards that are stored on the customer's account. You can see that there's a comment out to the side of each card that we can use to specify how the card is to be used. We'll go ahead and select the card. The card is processed. We get back an approval code, and the information is automatically entered onto the invoice. The payment date, card type, amount processed, last 4 digits of the card, and authorization code are all entered for us automatically. With this type of processing, there's no opportunity for miskeyed transactions. Every computer running Orion is a credit card processing machine. So there's no waiting in line for one piece of equipment, no leaving with the customer's card to go to a different area, and no worry about hand keying transactions in incorrectly. Credit card processing in hpCommerce Orion is convenient. Credit cards can be processed via different types of processing equipment. Signature capture units such as this one are supported, and pen pad units are also supported. Stored cards can be used to process credit cards. Hand key transactions are also supported, And touchless payments are also supported, such as Apple Pay. Credit card processing in Orion is also secure. The integrated processing is PCI compliant. It offers end-to-end encryption so the transactions cannot be hacked, and no credit card data is stored in Orion, so there's no fear of the credit card information being stolen. Processing credit cards in Orion is cost effective. The processors that we integrate to offer next day funding, and our processors will meet or beat your current rates. This concludes this quick overview of credit card processing in hpCommerce Orion. If you're interested in learning more, please contact us and we will introduce you to the credit card processors that hpCommerce Orion is integrated to.